Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today for F1 24 in season tournament. This tournament has been going on for about 6 weeks now. It's originally Sponge's idea, and it stemmed, and now here it is. It's finally here. We're the winner of this race in Las Vegas with a short qualifying 25 laps will win F1 24. Today I'm joined by Switcheroo, aka
Hello.
Nia, who will be our co-commentator. And
Hello, everyone.
Switcheroo, who's your driver to look out for? Who do you think will take home the grand prize?
That's a tough question because we have a lot of tough competition to do today. Shortbread, Wingish, Alex. One of those two could take it to the end, I would say.
I believe Wingish has quite a few supporters in the comments. We'll be starting in 3 minutes. My personal pick for this, it would have been Alex, but I believe he's probably not in the best setup window right now. So it would probably go to Shortbread versus Wingish. Is that a fair assumption?
Yeah. I mean, Alex just left the lobby right now.
Not too sure, but we'll begin in 7 minutes. Sorry, 3 minutes. So he may can join during qualifying. It will be a dry race today. Safety car will be unreduced, and the percentage or chance of safety car is quite high. It's a street track. Obviously, the walls are very very close. You're coming to a full break in about 50 meters from 200 miles per hour. So yeah, the chance of locking up, crashing walls, that is definitely um, on the
Yeah, and
cards.
the small amount of grip as well. The last corner is really tight for two cars to stick in, but there is space on the entry of the corner, but not in the middle of the corner. Sadly, there is wall everywhere around you, so people have to be mindful of each other if they want
Def-
to avoid safety car, definitely.
no, yep. Can we? What would you do if this was if you were racing such a rule? What would your
Yeah.
strategy be?
What? Sorry.
If
What?
if you were racing, what would your
Yeah.
strategy be going into this race?
What would my what? Sorry.
Sorry, can you hear me?
Yeah.
So, if you were racing in this race, what would your strategy be
Oh, my
to
strategy.
win?
I'm really sorry. Well, definitely good quality is very important. The start of the race, the grid, the way of the grid is drawn is really weird because if you're on the back, well, luckily we have only 12 driver, but for the one who starts 16 or 17, they start in sort of banking and it's weird. So strategy would be at least aiming for top 7 during quali and keep the main pack into your DRS. Don't get dropped out of DRS because if they start to pull away and they are smart and let each other pass in the straight, they can gain time this way and pull away from the rest of the pack.
Nice, nice, nice. So it's a 50% race. So the tire strategy today, guys, quite interesting strategy we have today. So it will be a medium to hards, will be the optimum. Pit on lap 12 and go to the hard tires all the way to the end. This track is has a quite short pit lane, which means that the undercut is incredibly powerful. You can theoretically pit before your leaders, and if your leaders extend by 4 laps, you can close down 10 seconds. I've done this track race several times in league racing, and it is that powerful an undercut track. We'll be kicking off in 20 seconds. Um, Alex is now within the lobby. There he is. He's in the Alfa Romeo kick. And we have a few spectators who will be race engineers to their teammates, which is Kare, Jarvis, Zetu, and you have myself in this. Um, Exotic F1 was putting in some amazing times on the hard tires in practice, but the qualifying time that you will need to look out for. If you see someone going to the 130s, which is a 130.999, they're probably going to start in pole because that's an incredible time. What do you think the cutoff time is for the top two, three? You think, Switcheroo?
For the top 3, well, that would be 31, 3, I would say, to secure top 3 definitely.
Nice. 31-3. I think my personal best that I've pulled off in a league race is 31-7. Um, it's a shame that I'm not in this race. I would love to be in this race so much. I'll turn on the lap data, disable that, and I believe everyone should be going out on the soft compound tires. We have 17 minutes to go, well, 18 minutes to kick off. Interesting stuff we have here. Nail biting stuff. These are some of the fastest drivers we have in the Inferno division. It's a shame two drivers couldn't make it, so honorable shout out to Phantom and to Angelio, who are not able to make it. We have some movement in the pit lane.
Ooh. Robert Widow getting out first out on the track. Getting ready for his fast lap. He's gonna try to go as slow as possible. Use the brake and the throttle in the same time to warm up the tire.
And let's not forget the winner of this race receives F1 24 from the Inferno division. So it's a very high stakes and a lot to play for in this race here. We have the steps going out on the intermediate tires. I believe he probably wants to save a set of soft tires. However, soft tires around this track gets eaten up so much.
That's the point I wanted to make about the undercut earlier, is that yes, the undercut is very powerful, but then if you have the race pace, you can get that time back, even with the overcut, if you have the really a race pace advantage. It's gonna be interesting. I think both strategy can make it through. It's gonna be up to the driver to perform as best as they can.
Exactly. Well done. In the comments, let us know who do you have your money on to put this on pole position. We have Wingish is out on his outlap. The first driver that's going to be taking us away will be Robert Widow. Rob in IRL. Let's go. And he will begin his lap in 5, 4, 3, 2 seconds. Exotic Fun has left the session for some reason, so engineer, if you could be able to get him back in. And out Robert goes. Takes that corner slightly a bit wide into the sweeping left-hander, pinning the car all the way to the right, drift a little bit too far out, DRS open, and down the straight he goes. Probably not the best first sector that he has. Deep in the brakes, pin the car, do not hit the wall. He came in millimeters, which is how it should be done. Hug the inside, let the car drift out, and then pin it back round. Left, right chicane, make sure you're riding those bumps, and then turn the car in. Clip that bump, he missed that bump a little bit, and then down he goes. This should be a 44. There we go, 44.4 for the first sector. And he will have traffic on his outlap, but that is fine. Maybe he'll get some DRS straight. Try not to clip that curb. And down the straight he goes. Nothing left to do here than to keep his feet planted firmly to the ground. He may get some slipstream from the Mercedes. He's trying to catch a cheeky slipstream. And into the braking section he goes. Hopefully he's not impeded. He will have an amazing slipstream from the Mercedes of Omni Jimny, or I believe that's Moikuli. Nope, that's Omni Jimny, and he does a 132.3. Great time. Next across the line, I believe, was Alex, and I believe Alex is coming across the line now. He did a faster split time than Rob. He should go a second quicker. And he does go a second quicker with a 131.6.
Yeah, the lap was decent, but definitely more time to find. I was watching him.
Mr. Mankin with a 132.2. And so are now beginning his lap. We'll switch on board with the Steps F1, who's on his outlap on the intermediate set of tires. I believe this is not a competitive lap, but just a banker lap to save a set of soft tires. But Wingish has put in a 131.4, and Mixa has retired from the session. Wow, what has happened there?
Where did he crash? It's out of the pit, so it's weird. Why he retired in the pit? Weird.
Incredible stuff. Next across the line, we have Omni Jimny that's coming up. Something happened with Mike's, and here comes Omni Jimny across the line to put it P4. Shortbread puts it P3 for 131.9. Next across the line, we have Soa 1099, and he's invalidated his lap time. That is an invalid lap time. So all run-ins are complete now. I believe F1, Exotic F1 is on a lap. Will it be a 144.2 faster than Rob, which we went around? So he's the only driver that's on a lap at the moment. All other drivers are coming into the pits.
He's down compared to the top two. He's more in the pack right now in terms of pace on this lap. I don't think he's gonna go under the 31.9.
Very, very interesting. Wingish putting in a 31.4. Alex is quite competitive for a driver that says that this is not his favorite track.
Yeah, for Exotic, it's a 32.2. Goes in the middle of the pack. P6, decent lap to start.
Yeah, very, very decent lap to start. I believe his race pace is stronger than his qualifying pace.
Definitely.
So there is a lot more to come from that.
Also, I think he has more into quali as well. Like this wasn't his best lap, definitely. He's got 11 minutes. He can even go 2 times if he wants. From now, he has the time, I think, to make 2 runs.
Definitely. I believe Mike's had wing damage and his car did not stop, so he retired from this session. So he will be trying to do a recovery job all the way from 11th. But luckily enough, all these drivers are fast, so it will be a DRS train. If you be able to stick in that DRS pack, keep your tires in good shape, I believe you'll be able to get the most out of it.
Yeah, with Alpha Grid as well, it's simplified the thing to not get dropped too far from the top.
And so 32 dead. Really, really good time from there, and good time for him to build as well. So great lap from Soa there. I believe that's on used set of tires. I believe he's done 2 runs on those tires, you can see. So yeah, not the best. So a lot more to come from Soa. So do keep a lookout on that. We have Wingish that's on an outlap at the moment, so we'll have a ride on board with Wingish to see how he attacks these curbs and how he prepares his outlap, because he is the favorite for today in the Vegas Grand Prix. But I believe Alex may have something to say about that, and so does Shortbread as well.
Sorry, Dick, can you hear me?
Yes, a bit muffly, but I can hear you well.
Sorry, I was saying that yeah, Alex right behind on their outlaps, so we're gonna be able to compare both of them lap. It's gonna be interesting. Wingish is about to start his lap.
I believe Alex's lap time is my personal best lap time in qualifying, in time trial anyways. Wingish is definitely faster than myself, so that 134 is an impressive lap time. So the trick here now is that you don't want to actually start using your battery yet, because you do run out. As you can see, his lights are still flashing. You want to start using it when you're across the line, because you'll run out quite quickly. So you can see now he's using it. Now he wants to drift the car out to the left of it, hook into the left-hander, and then quickly on the right-hander. And he has a snap of oversteer there, you can see. So I believe, yeah, well managed, but he will be down. You want to bring the car all the way over to the left-hand side, brushing the barrier, and straight into that right-hander, pinning the car onto your left, dragging that car around the side, drift it out wide, and let's see, he misses the first curb, runs over the second curb, and he wants to hook that curb in. He did that perfectly. What will that be? Will that be a 43? Yes, it will. He is 400 up.
Down.
He's purple in that first sector.
The exit was good.
He will now have a slipstream from the car ahead, who is warming up their tires. So this will be great for him. And who's that car ahead? I believe it's Shortbread. No, it's not Shortbread. It's it's the exotic, F1 exotic, who's given him a slipstream.
It was good.
So this should put him a 10th or 2 ahead of where he is currently right now. And it does, by the 400s that he improved on. We switched back on board with Alex, but Alex is up by 3/10. Wow. Incredible stuff. If Alex finishes this lap, it will put him...
Pressure on the last corner is huge. Can he get it done? It's good.
Amazing time through the... Will he go ahead of Wingish? And Mr. Mankin has put it P2. Incredible stuff from Mr. Mankin, but Alex has a reply and he puts it P1. He lost time. He lost time in the final sector, but P1 for Alex. Now we're on board with Shortbread, who's up by 3/10. Shortbread is in this. This is a lot closer than we thought it was. And my pick of the day, Shortbread, is coming through and saying, not yet. This game, F124, is mine.
Actually, Alex lost some time in the last sector because he ran out of battery, because he used maybe his battery a bit.
And Shortbread has gone P1. Sorry to interrupt you, Switcheroo. Shortbread with a 131.372. Incredible stuff.
Yeah. Shortbread putting it in P1.
But look at this. Moikuli across the line now. Moikuli goes P5. 4/10 improving.
Between the top 4 now. That is getting close and interesting. Alright, we have a battle on the hands.
And 2/10 up is Exotic F1. Exotic F1 coming across the line now, and he puts it P7. Incredible stuff. Next across the line, I don't believe Rob is going out again. Wingish is coming to pit, and then we have Omni Jimny we're riding on board with, who's down. He's invalidated his lap time. Omni Jimny has invalidated his lap time.
Now what's interesting is that every driver is actually almost under the 32 in the 31. So it basically means that they have less than a second in terms of pace difference, and it could mean that we could have a long train DRS with every driver fighting for the win until the end.
That sounds incredible. And now we have Soa, who's up by 2/10, and Soa coming in. Remember, Soa had 2 laps of used tyres that he set his first lap on. So this should put him solidly within Moikuli and Omni Jimny territory. So let's see where he can put his McLaren. And yes, just below Omni Jimny. So incredible stuff. Exotic F1 has invalidated his lap time. And it puts him 8th. The Steps is in the pits. I believe the Steps could only muster up 9th. Rob, P10. Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, let the games begin. Incredible stuff. Nail-biting stuff. One more lap of running left. 4 minutes to go.
Who can get pole between Mr. Mankin, Wingish, Alex and Shortbread? All those drivers in less than a tenth of difference. Or we could have a wildcard. Omnidi, for example, putting a banker at the end and putting it on pole.
Incredible. Someone needs to get back to the pits. 3 minutes 44 remaining.
It's actually going to be tied for Soa, because it takes at least 1 minute to get in, get out. Why should
Yeah,
look out, but it's gonna
it
be tight.
it should count, but it's gonna be incredibly tight.
Yeah. Look at this. He's gonna come out at the pit with 2 minutes to go.
And out goes the steps F1. He'll be the first to set. Well, sorry, it will be Rob will be the first to set a time. Then it will be the steps. Soa's coming into the pits now. I don't know if he has enough time to put a new set
He
of
does.
boots on. It will be incredibly tight because these
It will be.
McLaren mechanics are quite slow to move. I believe.
It's about a minute.
I
In and
bel
out.
if he leaves with 2 minutes on the clock, then he'll have enough time to warm up his tires.
Well, actually, he's gonna leave when he's gonna exit the pit lane. It's gonna be 2 minutes. Pill. He's gonna have like 2 minutes to do the lap. But the thing is that, I mean, it's not the best way to get ready for a good lap, warming up your tire properly without damaging them.
Definitely. You have a look at Soa and let me know his progress.
Yep.
Is he coming out of the pits now? 15 seconds to go. Sorry,
Yeah,
10
he's,
seconds to
he's
go.
definitely. I see the guy. Oh no, that was a Williams. Sorry.
Then we have Rob that's now starting his final lap. Where can he drag his Haas?
Yeah. He does.
And he has a massive snap up oversteer and he touched the wall. I believe that is his qualifying over. He's probably lost so much time during that sector. Let's see if he can recover anything from that.
Should work for Soa at the end, but he's gonna not have the best outlap. He wants definitely. He's gonna have to go fast to get to the end. Let's see.
Rob's first sector. How much is he up or down by? He did a 44.4 last time. This time he will do a 44.6, 2/10 the gap that he's lost. Wow. Incredible stuff. I believe he slightly lost the car there as well. He'll have a lot of cars to give him a slipstream down the back straight. And now we have Exotic F1 starting his flying lap. Next up, we have the Steps starting his final flying lap. And we have a sea of cars into the final sector. He has a slipstream from Wingish, who is starting his final lap. Up ahead of Wingish, we have, I believe it is Shortbread. No, it's Mr. Mancan who's starting his final lap. Then there we go. Rob has retired from this race. That is his qualifying over. What I'll do now is go back on board with the next car.
See, Exotic is down Alpha 10s already on the first sector, so seems to be on a decent lap.
You mean up half a tenth? Yes, he's done a half a tenth improvement within that first sector. Now he comes onto the long back straight. By the way, all drivers made it through successfully. Soa has made it through, and he's on his flying lap. The McLaren and Alex are slightly close together. Exotic is 2/10 up. That will put him ahead of Moikuli at the moment right now, or just behind Moikuli.
It's here that he can gain time.
Exotic F1 is dragging this Alpine around the streets of Las Vegas. Where can he put his Alpine? Exotic F1 across the line now, and he goes. P5, incredible stuff ahead of Moikuli. Next across the line is the Steps. Where can the Steps put this? Alex has retired from the race.
Alex has crashed, yeah.
3/10. The Steps has gone P8. Alex has retired from the race, from the qualifying. My apologies. Next up is Mr. Mancan. Mr. Mancan is 4/10 down. I believe that is his time done. No improvement from Mr. Mancan. Next across is Wingish. Where can Wingish put his car? And he goes fastest in P1. Incredible stuff. Next we have Moikuli across the line, P5. Omni Jimny, P3. Incredible stuff from Omni Jimny. Soa goes P6. Wow.
Right. Now that's gonna be a close race. It's gonna be really interesting. We're gonna have a lot of battle. This guy are really close in terms of pace. It's gonna be a great race. Look at this.
Incredible stuff.
Between the top 5. Now it's close.
My pick for the day, Shortbread. putting it P2, Wingish P1. Great stuff from the Finn driver. Next Finnish driver up, the Jimny in the Mercedes. Alex crashing under pressure. ESPL Alex in the Alfa Romeo P4. Mr. Mankan P5. Soa, incredible recovery, P6. Moikuli, P7. Exotic F1, P8. The steps, 6 tenths down from the top, P9. Rob didn't get to put his final lap in, and Mike said that's retired in the pit lane due to wing damage, P11. Wow, and here we are. After talking will be said on track, who will walk away with F1 24 today? Who have you got your picks on, Neo?
Shortbread seems to be like, it's his favorite position. It's been like 2 races I've been watching him race, and I really like his style. I think we would do great when we race together, because this guy he's chill, he stay in P2, relax, just save the battery, and then on the right moment he will make the move, and I think Shortbread is my pick for today.
Wow,
racer.
Shortbread has 2 picks for the victory today. The Brits.
Yeah, maybe I should have picked someone else. Sorry.
No, that's fine. Shortbread donning the Williams, and I believe the race will comment shortly. Drivers are just selecting their strategies. As I mentioned, the optimum tire strategy is the mediums. Then on lap 12, the hards. But if drivers want to be daring, they can start on the softs, maybe get a jump, then undercut the field, go onto a medium or a hard tire, and then go for a longer time. That just gives you breathing room, but just know that you'll be attacked by drivers coming in behind of you.
Yeah, and those kind of strategies is still taking a big risk with the risk of safety car. Even being reduced, it's really hard here to race side by side without making contact. So
incredible stuff. Thank you so much, all 17 of you guys, for watching. This is a massive, massive race to see who will win. Let us know in the comments who you have your money on. Shortbread, and here we go. 2 red lights, 3, 4, 5, and lights out, and away we go. On Shortbread starts on the medium, the rest drivers are on the soft, and I'll bring up the tire graphic for you guys now. Incredible stuff. Shortbread's on the hard tires. Wingish gets a great start. Some drivers get forced out a bit wide. The steps is going around the outside. Robert Wood is making place on Moikuli. Moikuli's dropped down positions and he's lost positions. And we have Wingish making a break for it. Incredible stuff. Mr. Mankan versus Omni Jimny. Mr. Mankan is going for the move on Omni Jimny and he's made it stick. And Omni Jimny sticking around the outside. Is there going to be contact? No wing damage. Everyone's through that corner. All right. Up ahead, we have Wingish breaking that DRS gap to Shortbread. Shortbread is on the hard tires. But
yeah, he has no chance. Actually, it's really winning bet for Wingish right now to have a hard tire runner in P2 because he can pull away so easily. Shortbread cannot do anything about that. Wingish is going to drop them. They have to pass Shortbread as soon as possible. He's going to be really slowing the pack down with his hard tire.
Incredible stuff. 1.5 second the gap, 1.7 second the gap from Shortbread to Wingish. And now we have Soa attacking on these medium tires. Mr. Mankan, who started, I believe, in P5, is now being pursued by the rest of the field.
Omnigi has really, it's exactly what I said. He understood that it was now that he had to pass them and get as soon as possible on Wingish's track, because after 1, 2, 3 laps it would be too late. He would have like 4 seconds ahead.
And Omni Jimny has gotten back past Shortbread, and ESPL Alex is right behind his rival of Shortbread. Shortbread being chased by Soa. Wingish puts in the fastest lap, 2 seconds the gap is. But will those soft tires hold up? And Exotic F1 versus Mr. Mankan. Slight contact there, the sliding off the rear from Mr. Mankan. Mr. Mankan now has the inside and he will retain that position. Exotic F1 has to go the long way around the outside, risking his front wing, but he is still pursuing.
There is Mokulili spinning on the background. Sadly, it seems like for him.
Moikuli has spun, something has happened up ahead. We have Exotic F1 making that position back on Mr. Mankan. Mr. Mankan has to resign that position back on Exotic F1.
The two Ferrari teammates giving up to each other right now in this second lap.
Incredible. There are teammates in the Blaze division, but for today, it's every man for themselves. And Omni Jimny has broken the gap to Shortbread. Shortbread is 1 second behind Omni Jimny on those soft tires. 3 second the gap to Wingish. Wow.
Interesting, very interesting. Those tire difference strategy. It's gonna mix up the race completely, and we can have some great turnover at the end.
Back in the background now, it's just a DRS train of who's lining up to pass Shortbread. Shortbread is now being pursued by ESPO Alex, who's on the hard tires. They're gonna take this tire past lap 12, so expect that if there's not a safety car, then everything's fine. Moikuli's back in this race, 8 seconds behind. DRS is now enabled. Jimny does not have any... Mikeser has retired from this race in the pit lane. Mikeser has retired in this pit lane. Omni Jimny does not have any battery remaining. Shortbread has 76% battery remaining. So, great stuff from Shortbread.
Used everything in the first lap to pass those two and get on Wingish, but sadly he didn't break DRS, and now it's gonna turn against him. Sadly, his decision, because he's gonna get past. He can't avoid it in the strips, and then he's gonna be in the pack with his soft against people who are gonna have better tire lap after lap. So it's gonna be hard for him right now.
And that is the disadvantage of going on the soft tires. But you can see the advantage in
not breaking the DRS.
Yeah, you can see the advantage in Wingish, while Wingish has a 2.6 second lead, and now you have Shortbread, who's now on the back of Omni Jimny and going for the overtake. I believe ESP Alex will probably have a look as well, or maybe not. They'll just hold up and stay in formation. Rob is going on the looks on a step, and Rob is right in the back of the step. This group is incredibly fast, but Omni Jimny's fighting back Shortbread and putting his nose up the inside.
Yeah, but that's
incredible stuff. Soa is now the fastest car on track.
He actually needs to keep pressure on Shortbread to avoid getting passed by Alex, because if he gets down behind the hard tire, I mean, his race is basically done. Now
Omni Jimny is back on the attack. This is all costing time. This is not great to be. You can see Shortbread pulling out of that, because this is not great what is happening right now.
Yeah, it's basically his teammate with Wingish right now, because he's gonna make them lose a lot of time to not impede his own race, because if he gets down on the order, he's gonna lose the race, but doing so he's gonna lose the lead as well. So there's no good option for Niji right now, sadly.
Very interesting stuff just going on there. They've lost 1 second now to Wingish. Now I believe now down this straight everyone will be piling up.
They will go for him, definitely. Both of them. You see? Yeah. Definitely everyone is gonna try to pass him, because they realize this guy is costing them any chance to win the race even later on.
Exactly.
Right now he's costing them the race.
They've pulled back 6/10 the gap to Wingish now, which is incredible stuff. Well, great defending there by Omni Jimny as a teammate that's doing him a solid. And now we have Soa now that's doing it, but something's happened with Omni Jimny.
He knows that right now it can't work, his strategy. So he's maybe trying something else. Yeah, he's trying something else than just race base, to try to make something out of this. Maybe wait for a safety car at some point. And Alex is attacking Shortbread.
And Shortbread has let him through.
Yeah.
Shortbread went a bit deep, so is now right in the back of Shortbread. And Shortbread, Alex has now just given over second position to... Sorry, Shortbread is giving second position to Alex, just for him to do the chasing now, to try to catch Wingish.
The thing is that Shortbread has more battery already.
Now, after 2 laps, Omni Jimny has... Yeah, I think at the time right now, even though they're fighting for a prize and it's an individual thing, you do need that team work in the beginning just to catch that or break down that 3 second gap. As you can see, with a wiggle of the wheel,
Definitely, and he's on the soft. Yeah,
so
short
is
bread
now
should
going for the attack, and Exotic F1 is on the attack. Wow, on Soa, and Exotic F1,
Shortbread should have passed Alex in the DRS, even if he had to use a little bit of battery, just to keep the pressure on Wingish as well, because it's gonna give trust to Alex that he's working in the way of catching the first one and not just staying for second position.
and Exotic F1 is past Soa. That is massive for Soa's race. ESPO Alex cannot catch Wingish. 3 second the gap is. They desperately need those soft tires to fall off and stop working immediately. Shortbread is struggling, absolutely struggling to stick with Alex. He just about barely made it in the DRS range, so now he will have DRS to keep up with Alex.
Wait, yeah, he's just saving the battery. You see, he's at 80%. He's not using too much. As long as he keeps in this 8/10s, he knows that during the massive straight, he's gonna get everything back. Look at this. He's not even trying to pass Alex. He's happy to stay here and let Alex do the job.
And a job that Alex is doing. He's brought the gap down to 3/10 of a second.
He's using a lot of ERS because he realized that Shotbread is not. It's actually a bit selfish because Shotbread doesn't want to put the effort, so Alex has to put all the effort to catch first one right now. But it's smart from Shotbread.
Very, very smart. The gap is now down to 2.7 seconds. They're breaking down that gap to Wingish. Wingish has to try to push this to either go on the hard tires or the medium tires. But if he goes on the medium tires, it will be a hefty stint that he'll have to put in. But these guys will have incredibly fresher tires come when the pit stop phase begins.
Now, what could change this dynamic is if Exotic was deciding to go on the move and pass Shortbread. The Shortbread definitely doesn't want that and would have to use the arrest to attack Alex as well. So it's kind of Exotic in Exotic hands right now to decide if he wants to change this dynamic or let Alex catch Wingish.
Incredible stuff here. Let's just have a look at Omni Jimny's progress. While he has progressed, I believe
and he wants it, Exotic.
His tires will be, and then there we go. Alex is letting Shortbread pass. Shortbread is through. Exotic is going through. As I mentioned in the practice, Exotic F1's pace on the medium tires was rather impressive.
Alex is kind of happy about
this. There is
situation.
a crash. Oh my gosh. Mr. Mancan has spun.
Oof.
And that has made the steps drop out of DRS range. I looked down at my phone for just a second and then bang, that has happened. I'm not too sure what's happened there, but he's into the pit lane.
Yeah, he's probably got damage.
And now we have the 2.5 second. The gap is now from Shortbread to Wingish. The gap is coming down very, very steadily.
You know, the moment they can make the most time is actually the straight by being smart, because they can gain so much time with the powerful DRS on Wingish that doesn't have it, that they can really catch him if they work together. But the thing is that the guy that is leading has to have really good pace and not screw his lap when he's leading, because it's gonna slow down everyone and break this dynamic of catching the first one and putting pressure on him. And I think Exotic wants the leads because Shortbread doesn't seem to be able to maintain the pace when he's leading.
Incredible stuff, and Exotic F1 is going for the move.
Yeah, but he doesn't want to use battery. He's a menace to race around this game because he doesn't use his battery, doesn't want to work with people. He just, he's smart. Alex is following closely this pack. Still, they can't really break. Even Robert, the Step, and so are still close by. They could try a move at any time if they have the battery.
Now Exotic F1 takes over the P2 position. I believe they should really stop fighting now because those medium tires, I'm not too sure why they're still. They should be slower, but Exotic is making moves up and down the field from qualifying in, I believe, 50 qualified? 5th or 6th? So, interesting stuff from Exotic F1 here. 3 second, the gap is a steady 3 seconds to Wingish.
Yeah, I can imagine that the mindset of the top 3 right now is whenever someone else is leading, other than them, they are asking themselves, why aren't you pushing a bit more so we can catch P1, you know?
Yeah.
And yeah, each one of them are thinking that, and none of them wants to push. So the gap stay like this, and they just catch in the straight because they are so fast in the DRS.
And apologies for viewers at home, I believe the stream quality is not the best at the moment. I'm not too sure why that is the case. It could be my Wi-Fi, it could be something to do with the game, but if you could turn the stream to higher bitrate on your end, that would be great. And Rob has come into box. He's going for the undercut. I believe he did this. He did this in the previous race in Qatar last week, and he actually performed an incredible undercut. So let's see what can happen. And now he's coming directly out behind Omni Jimny of 4 seconds. So great stuff from them. That means that when everyone starts to pit in, Omni Jimny will be right around that time. So I believe this is teamwork from the Finns of Wingish and Omni Jimny to try to get the victory to Wingish. But Shortbread has brought the gap down to 2.6 seconds, 2.5 seconds now, which is the lowest we've seen it. So not too sure how can that go ahead. 2.3 seconds now. I believe
Wingish.
Those soft tires are now.
Yeah, exactly. Wingish is really struggling on the softer now. He's losing a lot of time.
They're really out of their window right now. So I believe he should be coming in this lap, bolting on the hard tires and then taking it to the end because he does have a 2-second buffer. Those 2 seconds, as you can see, is going all the way down. 1.9, 1.8.
Just on this lap, he lost a second. That was the lap too much. Because Shortbread hasn't used a lot of battery, just about 6% since the beginning of the lap.
And let's look on Wingish. Is he coming in? No, he's not. Wingish is staying out.
Now Shortbread finally gets motivated to put some pressure, and you see he's kept the lead. Despite being in the lead before the DRS, he was still in the lead at the end of the straight. Because now he's pushing, now he wants it. He saw that Wingish was really struggling.
Very interesting stuff here. As you can see, Alex is breathing down the back of Shortbread, and Shortbread is absorbing this pressure. He's trying to put pressure ahead on Wingish, and the gap is now 1.7 seconds. Fastest lap to Mr. Mankin of a 1:34.585 in 9th place. I believe he had contact or a spin or something of that nature, which is why he had to pit early. Now 1.7 seconds the gap is from Shortbread all the way to Wingish. I believe this soft tire gamble will be costing him a lot in the long term. Is the soft the right tire to go on? Should he have pitted a few laps ago?
Wingish?
Yep.
Wingish, I think if he goes on the medium right now, I was thinking about the strategy. The first 2 laps, if he can push, he had saved actually quite a few battery, so he will have about 80% when he comes out of the pit. If he can push the first 2 laps, he can put at least a 6 to 7 gap to anyone else, and then manage to the end the 7 seconds. 7 seconds is not that easy to
and I
catch.
believe he heard you because he's in the pit lane right now and he's pitting. Let's see what tires he goes onto, and it is the medium set of tires that he will be going onto.
It's gonna be critical right now to not have anyone in front of him or not have anyone that impede him and have free space where he can really push, use his battery and make a big gap right now.
However, 13 laps is a lot of time to do on the medium tires
Honestly,
in this track.
He's done 11 on the soft. For him, it's okay. I think he's got it covered. 13 is good for the medium, I would say. As well.
So it goes a little bit deep in the breaking point there, and let's see where Wingish comes out. Wingish comes out 2 seconds behind his teammate of Omni Jimny. Let's see what favors can Omni Jimny do for him. Can Wingish get into the DRS zone before that point? And I believe you can see his teammate just ahead of him.
He's gonna warm up the tire, not use the battery now, and then the next lap he's gonna go for it, like for real.
Will Wingish get will Omni Jimny provide Wingish that DRS benefit? No, he won't.
There is a big question though for the top 2 right now is, are they going to pit right now? And like, it's not what they want on their strategy, but maybe it's what they have to do if they want to win the race, you know, to not get massively undercut by Wingish.
Interesting stuff. And up ahead we can see Exotic and ESPL Alex battling it out, and Exotic is overtaken Alex, and into the pit comes Soa. Crazy stuff. Someone has crashed. Omni Jimny's out the safety cars, and what has happened here?
Well,
for some reason I had a feeling that this would have happened.
This is amazing for Soa. This is absolutely amazing for Soa. He's gonna be leading the race. Oh, he's gonna be P2. Yep, P2. Because they're gonna have to pit right now, top 3. So Soa is gonna be P2. It's changing all the strategy, everything right now. This safety car. I don't know what happened. Did he crash with someone?
Ladies and gentlemen, during this safety car, I'm about to restart the stream, so hopefully the quality will improve. Bear with me a second. Shortbread is now into the pit lane. Wingish takes over the lead, but Wingish has a 2-lap used tires, and Shortbread has 2 laps fresher tires.
Yep.
So
it's gonna be important, this 2-lap. It's not nothing. 2-lap makes a big difference already.
The biggest loser for this looks like it's Alex. Alex has lost out majorly. He is down on his medium tires in P6. But the biggest loser is Exotic F1 because he has that drive-through penalty and he cannot serve it on the safety car.
He's gonna have to take in the first 3 laps. His race is done. If there is no safety car at the restart, not at the restart, after the first lap actually, so he has time to pit, he's done. Sadly for him today. And this is really good for Shortbread. It's kind of heartbreaking for Wingish and his strategy, because I think it could have worked if he would have put a big gap in his first 2 laps and have really decent lap. Could have worked definitely.
Very interesting stuff, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. The safety car will go around once more, and drivers will be off, and away they go. Disables the telemetry for now, but who are your bets on? As I mentioned to you, no bias from myself as a commentator, but I have my money on Shortbread 224. On a bigger ground scheme of a picture, Mikeser has retired, which means that he has lost the opportunity to become champion in the Inferno division. Now, Shortbread is currently leading the championship at the moment, and if Shortbread finishes in the position he's in now or higher, he will be crowned Inferno champion, and he will also win F1 2040 if he wins this race. So this is a big moment for Shortbread. A lot of pressure on his shoulders right now, and also the William boys have brought it home as they are our champion. So Shortbread and his partner Jack have won the championship, or the constructors championship for Williams.
Keep an eye on Alex as well, because he has the fresh tire as well, and he's on the medium. The thing is, how Exotic is gonna fight Alex at the restart, because Alex is gonna try to pass him as soon as possible. He has a drive-through and hard tire. He doesn't want to stay behind. How is Exotic gonna answer? If Alex can get really quickly by to his hard runner tire, then he will be up for the fight as well with the fresher tire, just like Shortbread. So.
And Rob has 5 laps on his tire, so he'll be easy pickings for Alex. Below you have the steps. Below that you have Moikuli, who's boxed again on soft tires. I believe Moikuli just wants to have some fun in this race. But the real race up ahead is between Wingish, Shortbread, Sowers and hard tires. So it'll be very, very difficult for him to stick with these guys. And Alex, if he can get past the hard runners as quick as possible and join this fight, and it'll be Wingish, Shortbread, Exotic. Sorry, ESPO Alex. Very, very shame for Exotic and heartbreak for Exotic for that drive-through penalty.
Now, problem for the soft runner is that even if they pit now, 10 lap is long on the soft. We could see that Wingish after lap 10 was just dying.
Wingish, Shortbread has the tire advantage, and safety car should be in this lap, and will be racing. In the comments, let us know who you have your bets on. Who will be winning this race? 10 laps remaining. 10 laps to go.
I would say to definitely keep an eye on Exotic and Alex at the restart. For me, those two go. If they're close on the restart, those two are definitely going to be the fight you want.
Well, the safety car will be staying out for another lap. My apologies, I was wrong.
Because Mokulili hasn't joined the pack yet, so this is why. You have to have the whole pack joined the queue for the car to restart.
I believe Moikuli is pitching again, so whether Moikuli joins or not, he has a 5-second penalty. The safety car will be in this lap. He's pitting again for another set of soft tires. He wants the freshest softs to go to the end with.
Yeah. Well, this is good for Mr. Mankin at least. It's going to be able to save the tire with no lap. You can actually, if you're careful when you're behind the safety car and you focus on not pushing your tire, you can actually use about 1% on each of your tire maximum for the whole lap.
Is this for one lap or the entirety of the safety car?
Yeah, for one lap. Yeah, for one lap you can use 1% of each tire. And it's really not a lot compared to normal, which is basically 4%, 5% by lap, you know.
Yeah.
So safety car really helps to save your tire if you're careful with that.
And I believe the safety car will be coming in this lap and will be racing once more in Las Vegas, Nevada.
Come on, Exotic, give us a good fight. Nah, he's not. I don't think he's gonna fight it because he has a drive-through. He knows it.
Yep.
There's no point. It's not really. Well, it's great for show.
And the safety car is in this lap. And Wingish will be controlling the pace now. And Shortbread will be just following his lead around. Let's see when Wingish decides to go. Hello, Marvin. Thank you so much for joining us. Up ahead, we can see Wingish getting ready to floor it. We'll just go aboard with him. And off he goes, and Shortbread follows in suit. He does not catch him out. He's right on the tail of him, but Rob has an amazing start. And Exotic F1 is fighting. Rob goes around the outside of Soa. Rob gets pushed off, and he gets clattered in by Alex. Alex is incredible, lightning fast reactions, but maybe a penalty coming his way for the contact with Rob. And Alex is past Exotic F1. Exotic F1 is trying to do something about it, and now you see Rob is tumbling down the field, and there is contact with Rob, Mr. Mancan, and Moikuli.
Oh, and Mr. Mancan going on the inside of Mokulili.
Up ahead, we can see Wingish now dumping his battery, trying to get out of that ERS range. Shortbread doing the same as well. Soa, same in as well, but Shortbread is more conservative with his battery, while Wingish has dumped 50% of his battery. Alex 3/10 away from Soa, using his battery to close up to Soa. Soa holding steady, holding fast. Exotic F1 right in the back, but he has a penalty to serve within the pits. Alex desperately close to overtaking Soa, but I believe he had a poor exit there. Exotic F1 going into the pit lane now to serve his drive-through penalty. Wingish putting in the fastest lap of the race, 1:33.5.
He's in bad situation, Wingish, right now, because he has used a bunch of battery during the straight way too much, and Shortbread hasn't used that much, and right now he's gonna push now and put the pressure now for the next sector and this lap, and Wingish is not gonna be able to break the DRS. He doesn't have enough battery left.
Incredible stuff by Shortbread versus Wingish. Soa struggling to hold on to these top guys while Alex is breathing down his back, desperately trying to get in. 7 laps remaining. You can see a snap of oversteer there from Wingish. 1 second between the top 3 guys.
Pressure. Now he feels the pressure.
Shortbread living to fight another day. DRS will be activated on the next lap, so I believe Shortbread will be using or deploying his ERS usage now, while Wingish has nothing. His light is flashing. Shortbread is seeing that, has water in the tank, and down the inside goes Alex on Soa. Alex desperately trying to join this fight ahead with Shortbread. Shortbread into the DRS range of Wingish. Success. Oh, Alex has crashed into the wall.
Yeah.
I'm not too sure.
The consequence of that is that he had to use a bunch of battery to not lose too much to Shortbread, and now he's in inferior position compared to Shortbread, who has DRS and he's gonna pull away.
Soa, these guys are a bit too fast for Soa. Soa is just struggling and using the DRS stick with them. But look who's riding the gearbox of Wingish. Shortbread is there with him. And he has 56% ERS remaining. What he can do is just recharge his battery all the way to the end of the line, and he will be attacked by Alex and Shortbread. So game on.
I think in Shortbread's mind right now, his opponent is not Wingish. His opponent is Alex behind him. So he needs to think, because right now he can't stay behind Wingish. He's going to be way too fast in the straight, or either he's going to be attacked by Alex if he does that. So he's going to have to pass him. He has no choice. He's going to have to lead the race.
Very, very interesting stuff here. Does Shortbread go for the move?
He's feathering the throttle like crazy to not pass him and see what Alex is going to do, because he doesn't want to use the battery. He doesn't want to lead the race. Look at this.
Interesting stuff. He's lifting off. Shortbread is lifting off on the straights, because if he passes him, then Wingish just can stay behind.
No, It's a mistake. He should have passed Wingish because right now he's putting Alex in much better condition because Alex doesn't have to use the battery. He can go easy. And if he passed Wingish and used this battery to push and drag a bit Wingish, he could have put even more pressure on Alex, who was already down on battery and had made a mistake a couple of corners ago, you know? That's the thing you have to think about during the race.
Not too sure if Shortbread knows if Alex has wing damage, but I believe Alex has a small bit of wing damage. Moikuli has managed to overtake Mr. Mancan, but ladies and gentlemen, I will not cut away from this battle. This battle is what matters the most. While there's points offering all the way down to P10, this is what matters the most. Who will win F1 24? Shortbread, Alex, or Wingish? Soa has fallen away from this battle. 2 seconds the gap is from Soa to Alex. The steps is right in the back of Soa.
You don't have a chance, bro. You have to pass him. He can't do that forever. Now Alex is much closer. He's not going to be able to lift 5 times in the straight. And Wingish has made a mistake in the corner, so he's much closer. He has no choice now.
There's a crash. There's another crash. Moikuli, Mr. Mancan, has crashed.
As well.
Not sure what's happened here. Incredible stuff. But up ahead, we have Shortbread and Alex has overtaken Wingish. And Shortbread is leading this race for the first time this race.
You see now he's in this situation where Alex can save the battery behind him. And if he had passed Wingish, he would have avoided this and put more pressure on Alex. Now Alex is perfect now. He's right where he wants to. In P2, he can save the battery. He can lift off. Wingish is struggling behind, so he's not going to be putting that much pressure. He has no battery and his tire on 2 laps holder. So Alex is right where he wants to be right now.
You can see Alex using the ERS, but I believe Shortbread has an advantage over this guy because he has the freshest tire out of everyone here. Mr. Mancan has retired in the pit lane. Moikuli has retired in the pit lane, and there's a safety car. What has happened here? There is a safety car.
Now, did anyone save any soft tire during the quali? Because
Wow.
that would carry the race right now. If anyone has a soft tire left for 4 laps, even if you are P7, it doesn't matter, man. You're gonna be so quick on the soft right now.
This has brought back Exotic F1 back into the fight, and this will favor one man in particular that I have my eyes on. The Steps. The Steps saved a fresh set of soft tires.
Really?
And
Ooh,
so
interesting. Let's
and
see.
so did Soa.
And he didn't use it.
The Steps and Soa both
It's a
save a
no-brainer.
set of
It's a
soft
no-brainer.
tires.
Especially with like 7 drivers left, it's a no-brainer. You have a soft tire, just put the soft.
And the really good thing is that these guys are all on the individual teammates, so they won't impact each other.
Yeah.
But please, guys, do not speed into the pit lane. Do not pick up any speeding in the
that's
pit
not
lane
the moment.
penalties. You want to go slow and controlled within the pit lane.
I mean,
Let's-
honestly, I'm even surprised that this guy, Alex, is pitting. Yeah, everyone is pitting, of course, because even if they don't have soft, you want fresh, medium, fresh whatever you have, because you
Yeah.
cannot keep your 7-9 tire for the end. And a bunch of them have soft tire.
So it seems like everyone has fresh soft tires.
Well, that's weird. I saw them running 3 times in quali.
Very, very interesting here. I believe
Alex has done 3 round, Wingis as well, Shotbird as well.
I know Alex does have a set of 12 soft tires, but I know Wingish for a fact used all 3 sets. Exotic F1, as you can see, he doesn't have 3 sets. He used all 3 sets in quali, so he's on a medium set of tires. So it will be a dash to the line, and the interesting part about this is there will be no DRS. Because once the safety car is in,
Yeah,
you
definitely.
will need 2 laps of run for DRS to be in.
Yeah, you make a very valid point, is that they're gonna have to, the battery usage on those last 2 laps is gonna be critical, because you can gain a lot of time by being in a slipstream and save your battery, you know? Just use enough to have like this 300 kilometers speed, and then just use the slipstream to do the rest and save the battery for the critical moment.
Will we be crowning Shortbread champion and the winner of F124, or will ESP or Alex come out of nowhere and grab the new game?
It's up for everyone now. Fresh soft on everyone.
Wow.
Who's your pick? Your pick is still Shortbread D?
I think my pick is still Shortbread. He's very, very clever with his ERS usage, while Wingish is a dump. Wingish and Alex has a similar driving style where they dump their ERS, Max Verstappen style, and get out of the way. What I'll do, I'll remove the tire age because everyone's on similar tires, and just leave that gap there. We can then monitor the ERS usage. Safety car will be in next lap, and we'll just have 2 laps to go. It's a shame because we wanted to see how that would work, right? But I believe...
Yeah, but even the first safety car for me was a shame because the difference in strategy at the beginning of the race was making the race really interesting in terms of we could have turned back at the end like surprise and stuff like that, and it kind of killed everything. It's the problem with safety car. I really hate safety car. It just kills every pace, rhythm, and every flow you have. Like, you want to avoid safety car, and
maybe the safety car should have been turned off, but that's a conversation for another day. For now, we'll see who will win this race. Shortbread, Alex, Wingish, all the steps.
But it's good for the show, you know, like for the viewer and everything, because now we have it's almost like everyone is happy when there is a red flag or anything, because the show is on. The race start is always an interesting moment with fight and everything, you know.
Yep.
Even though safety car restart is a bit different, it's a bit less interesting, but still, it closes everyone and it kind of give a chance to everyone to win it now. So yeah, it has its bad side and its good side, I would say.
Interesting stuff. I believe the safety car will be in this lap, and there will be just 2 laps to go. The debris is removed. All cars are bunched up at the moment, and all drivers are in fresh, soft tires. Nerve-wracking stuff, ladies and gentlemen. Nerve-wracking stuff.
Do you want to keep the lead D to the end, knowing that there is no safety car, or do you want to let him pass and let him use his battery and get him on the last straight, for example, or something?
Interesting. You can only use 80% of your batteries, or I believe 60% of your battery in 1 lap.
Yeah,
so that's one thing to know. So I would think I'd let him go. Him using his battery to get past me, then I'll just tuck right behind him, and then pass him back the next lap. I mean, that's the only way to go. But the difficulty is that I'll have to use my battery to not hit that limiter mark of where it says deployment used, and there's no more battery power, and you have to get this final run down to the straight. But let's see when Alex decides to send it, and he's warming up his tires, he's weaving his tires, and he's off, and he's caught Alex napping. Shortbread has caught Alex napping. Wingish is now going for the outside maneuver on Alex, and Wingish switches back to the inside. Alex now has the inside, and Alex squeezes him on the round, and Wingish is going around the long way, and Wingish, is he gonna get him using his battery? Both parties are using their battery. Shortbread is using his battery as well, and Alex makes the defend. The steps fends off Soa, and it's as we were. Rob gets not a great start, and Exotic F1 is trying to go around the outside of Rob.
Wingish on the outside gets mugged by Alex. There is a big difference between the before the safety car and now, is that Wingish has fresh tire now, and he can attack Alex and put pressure on him, which is not what Alex wanted, and he couldn't before because his tire was dead.
And now up ahead we have Shortbread using his battery, trying to get something off. As you can see, Wingish is right in the back of Alex. Shortbread is using his ERS, trying to make a break for it. And he has 8/10 the gap.
But look at this, he's gonna cut. Look at this, he reached 330 and then he cut it off. Because there is no point using more. And it's what you have to do.
Well, Wingish is still using his ERS, and I think he's passed Alex. Down the inside he goes. Wingish has passed Alex, but is it all too
Yeah,
late?
but look at what he's losing on the exit of the corner. He's losing 2/10.5 on Shortbread on the exit of the corner.
And I believe Shortbread will be your winner of this race, unless Wingish has something to say about it. He puts in the fastest lap of this race.
There's nothing to say now. He has 1.5 seconds, 50% battery. There's nothing to say.
50% battery remaining for Shortbread, 35% remaining for Wingish, 41% remaining for Alex. And the steps, admirable job, riding the back of Alex, being attacked and chased by Soa. Rob and Exotica are in the back. Wingish is a second ahead, and it is heartbreak for the Finn. He puts it in pole, but he can see F124 driving away from him. He's managed to close down 3/10 the gap. Now the gap is 8/10.
Yeah, he's been doing a really good sector because Shortbread has been using battery but still losing time. But I have noticed that Shortbread is quick in the straight. I don't know if his setup is a bit more oriented towards having a good straight line speed, but he's quick on the straight.
Incredible stuff. So my pick for the day, driver of the day, we'll just go on board down the streets of Las Vegas, down the streets of Nevada with Shortbread. Shortbread hailing from the UK, dawning the McLaren, champion in Inferno, and navigating the final few times, chased by his comrade in the Williams Wingish. But the Brit says no, putting in the fastest lap of the race. And where will it be? He will take pole, he will take F124, and victory for Shortbread. Immaculate stuff. Wow.
Well done, Shortbread.
Shortbread has put it in pole P1. Well done, Shortbread. And the driver of the day, the steps have won. Well done. Ladies and gentlemen, there is your Brit. There is your winner, Shortbread. Admirable shout out to Wingish. Admirable shout out to Alex. But here is your winner and champion in Inferno division, Shortbread. Well done.
Yeah, I can't wait to fight this guy. I think we're gonna have fun, him and me. Because his little game is not gonna work with me. I like his style, I really like his style. Well done, Shortbread. Well done, mate. I kind of felt it like... I like his style. He's smart when he races. He deserved the win, I think.
What an immaculate drive. Here you go, ladies and gentlemen. Shortbread wins with a fastest lap of the race as well. 133.4 Wingish. Admirable effort. P2. Alex, P3. Starting from P4. The steps driver of the day. Starting from P9. Soa from P6 is P5. Exotic F1. Heartbreak for the drive-through penalty. Rob, P7. And for our DNFs today, Moikuli, Mr. Mancan, Omni Jimny, and Waxer. Incredible job from Shortbread, and F124 will be yours.
We can still give a big round of applause to Wingish because I think that safety car killed his race, honestly, 2 times. And his first stint was really good on the soft. He had managed to keep this gap, and he could have had a big chance if he had the medium for the rest of for the first 2 laps and everything. So yeah, big applause to Wingish. Sadly for him today, the safety car kind of.
Incredible stuff, guys. And guys, join us next week where we will be in Abu Dhabi, in the Inferno division for the final race of the season. Shortbread's already a champion, but there's still positions to play for. In the Blaze division, we'll be in Las Vegas again next week.
Abu Dhabi, right?
No, it's Las Vegas next week. Yep.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, Las Vegas next week for the Blaze division. Abu Dhabi will be for the Inferno division. So, thank you so much for joining us. I've been your commentator, D.
Yeah, thank you, guys. It was awesome.
Thank you for joining me today, Switcheroo. And I'll see you guys next week.
All right.
All right, bye bye.